Every time a student uses an AI tool for writing feedback, personalized learning, or even just chatting with a chatbot, data is generated. But where does it actually go? And who protects it in Canada? By the end of this video, you'll understand what student data AI tools collect, trace where it flows and is stored, and learn Canadian privacy rules and practical steps for safe use. AI can personalize learning and save teacher time, but poor data handling risk privacy breaches, profiling, or misuse. Educators are on the front lines. A teacher in Calgary signs her class up for a new AI writing helper. It takes 5 minutes. The kids start using it that same afternoon. Nobody read the fine print. Nobody asked where the information goes once it's typed in. Nobody checked whether the school had looked into it yet. Here's a question almost no one thinks about. When a 12-year-old types their homework into that tool, where does it actually go? Who can see it? And how long does it stay there? Last time, we talked about AI making unfair decisions about students. Today, we're going one level deeper to the information itself. Because before a computer program can make any decision, it first has to have your student's information. I'm Ellethea Pryce, an AI ethics expert here in Alberta. Let's talk about what actually happens to that information. So, what data is actually collected in AI-powered edtech, adaptive learning platforms, grading assistants, chatbots, content generators? There are a few categories. Basic and identifiable. Those are names, student IDs, emails, login activity. Learning data, that's assignments, quiz answers, progress, time spent, and error patterns. Inferred and sensitive, those are performance predictions, engagement levels about behavior, socioeconomic status, or mental health via AI profiling. And inputs to generative AI, prompts, essays, or questions typed in. Not all tools are the same. Free consumer tools like public ChatGPT differ hugely from enterprise education versions. Now, let's follow the journey. The collection is done on the device or platform during use. The transmission stage, this is sent to the vendor's server, often cloud-based, possibly in the US or elsewhere. In the processing and storage phase, it is used for immediate response, like generating feedback, but it may also be retained for improvement, analytics, or model training. For the potential sharing of the information provided, this is with subcontractors for advertising in non-educational tools or aggregated for broader AI development. And at the end, ideally, it is deleted after use, but retention policies may vary. Key risk in this flow: data used to train public AI models, meaning your students' work could appear in others' outputs. Long-term retention or secondary uses like marketing or profiling, and breaches or unauthorized access. In Canada, data often crosses borders, which triggers international considerations. So, what protection exists here in Canada? Canada doesn't have a single Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act equivalent nationwide, but strong safeguards do exist. First, PIPEDA. This is a federal law, and it applies to commercial activities. It requires consent, data minimization, meaning only collecting what's needed, security safeguards and accountability, and it also limits secondary uses. Second, provincial laws. Quebec, BC, and Alberta have their own private sector privacy laws. Now, education is mostly provincial, so check your province's education ministry guidelines or school board policies. Third, the Joint Privacy Commissioner's Guidance from 2025. EdTech vendors should not use student data for training AI or for other secondary purposes without clear consent. This guidance recommends privacy assessments that look specifically at the risk to children before AI systems are adopted. Fourth, the public sector. Government institutions have additional obligations under the Privacy Act and must avoid entering sensitive information into unapproved tools. Schools and boards often sign specific data privacy agreements with vendors that prohibit model training and require deletion. Now, let's talk about common risk and what you can actually do about them. And common risk ranges from accidental inputs of personal information into public AI tools, vendor misuse or weak contracts, bias or profiling from inferred data, and uneven policies across Canadian provinces and boards. Best practices for educators. Prefer enterprise or school licensed tools with strong data privacy agreements, no training on your data, and short retention. Anonymize data when possible. Use student numbers, remove names. Review vendor privacy policies and ask, is data used for training? Where is it stored? And what's the deletion timeline? Get consent and remain transparent with students and parents. Use walled gardens or session-based tools where data is deleted quickly, or check your school board's AI and EdTech policy. And don't paste sensitive student work into public AI. So here's the key message. AI offers huge potential for Canadian education, but data is power. We must know where it goes to protect students and use these tools responsibly. A few actionable takeaways. Ask questions before adopting any AI tool. Advocate for strong school and board contracts and training. Teach students about digital privacy alongside AI literacy. And stay updated with the Privacy Commissioner of Canada or your provincial resources. Responsible AI starts with us understanding the data flow. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. And if this was helpful, hit that subscribe button. New videos every week. Thank you so much for watching.